Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO 44 coming at you with another video. All right, Reggie Jackson had some things to say about the LA Lakers, and I don't think too many people are going to be happy about what they heard on the Lakers side of things. But to be honest with you, I really didn't hear anything out of his mouth that he didn't display in his gameplay. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it was. He said that and of course, I always paraphrase, and this is going to be just that, but they busted. How do you say this? He said he busted their ass. That's really what it is. They came out there with half-ass effort, and that the game's gonna be over early when you come out like that. The game's over when it starts, especially what he said. And he said if you want my honest opinion, I think they're garbage. And you know what? Well, I think everybody agrees with you, Reggie. The Lakers are garbage right now, and doesn't mean that we want to hear it from a Clipper. You know what I mean? But I think that killer instinct that's missing from this team is something that you're displaying. And, I think, removing my Laker fandom from the situation, I have to imagine this is exactly what I would do as well if I were in your situation and I was leading my basketball team, and this is one of those rival situations. Yeah, they come out there not respecting the rivalry, not respecting the opponent, not respecting themselves. They deserve to be eaten like dog food. And y'all was some dogs out there, so there wasn't nothing to it. I can't sit here as a Laker fan and really legitimately talk like I want to talk, because the Lakers came out there with a team this year that was one of the worst ever put together with the anticipation of a championship. May be the worst team ever put together with the anticipation of a championship. So we have nothing to brag about. This is not the time for us to be screaming about how we're the best franchise in LA and all that. It is not the time. This is like gym bus all over again. So when the opponent is disrespecting us, in our gym we're out here disrespecting ourselves, I don't see a problem. If the Laker team, if they're going to come out and have some respect for themselves against a basketball squad, then I can back them up with my words and say, yo, don't disrespect us like that. But if the team ain't going to show no care, that's not going to be how I approach people who have something to say about us. That's not how I'm approaching. At the end of the day, I'm looking to fix our situation so we can win. I ain't got time at all for haters of any kind. This is about fixing the situation, and don't be distracted by the noise. For the time being, I'd wonder if the team is going to use what has been said here as a means of trying to fire them up. They do have some guys on their team that are prideful, that want to win. I do not agree with him as it pertains to him saying the only person who wanted to win was number 6, because that was also said in his quote. I don't believe that at all. I think there were a lot of guys out there who would have loved to have put themselves in a position to be successful. I don't want to get into a long spiel because that's exactly where my head takes me. But there are reasons for that. That's the bottom line. There are reasons for why they lost their confidence over the course of this season. And I don't think there's any excuse for what we saw out there, but I don't think there's been any excuse for anything that we've seen all season. So at the end of the day, I'm a proud Laker fan. Clippers are my arch enemy. But this year, we suck. We are garbage. And there's nothing to be proud of. I'm not in the business of living in the past as it pertains to existing in the present when your team is this bad. When it's this bad, nah. We shouldn't even be able to talk about our championship banners. We should not be able to mention the word championship when your team sucks this bad. This is why I didn't want to hear anything about no parade. We talking about having a parade when we're this bad? No, we need to talk about having practices twice a day. That's what needs to be happening. People need to be having Zoom conversations about how they're going to scheme themselves a better damn defense. That's what needs to be happening. I don't think it's enough work going on. It's too much coping and moping and hoping. People need to start growing a pair and start making moves so this franchise doesn't continue to look as bad as it does right now. Because I'm telling you, you think this is bad. It's only going to get worse. So they better lace up their bootstraps and figure it out. You know, they always tell us, oh, accountability. Well, these are the times when your opponent is talking big talk, disrespecting you. What are you going to do in response to that? And I know that the Lakers are not a quick fix. I'm not a delusional fan. Patience is key. We're going to have to wait a couple months. But we better put together something dynamic next season. Because if they come out there trotting another roster that this is this bad, and we get swept by the Clippers again or have horrible games against this team again, it's going to be hell to pay. Hell to pay. Never mind people paying attention to what the Clippers are doing, because you're going to see a lot of bandwagoners do that anyway. But it's going to be a lot of unhappy fans, I'm telling you. Without picks, y'all trotting players out there with the mindset of being old and being small. No. Nope. This is what you get. This is what comes with that. So, yeah, man, Reggie Jackson, you know, I'll talk my talk next year. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk my talk next year. This year, you got it. You got it. That's it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what I don't see enough of is people, when they garbage, shutting up and just admitting it. It's always some retort. It's always some big talk or something. Nah, bro, no. You trash. Go fix it. Go somewhere and get better. That's what you do in those situations. You don't waste your time going back and forth with somebody living in denial for some reason that ain't got nothing to do with getting better. Go get better. That's what I'm here to say. Ain't got time to be talking to Reggie Jackson. Why? Because we working. And that's what the Lakers should be doing right now. The body language, the moping around. Do you love the game or not? Did you not just go through a pandemic where the game was snatched from you for several months? Do you love the game or not? That's what I'm asking these men. You got 19 more games. And to be honest, I don't think a lot of y'all got any more games after that. I'm not going to even play. Some of these dudes getting waived. When your opponent's saying that only one person out there had some desire to win, that is saying too much, let alone a lot. So the disgrace level is in the toilet. And I'm just hopeful, very hopeful, that management will formulate first and then make decisions that can give us a leg to stand on so that we can retort and have confidence. Because this gives the fans nothing to work with. We're talking about stuff that happened 2 years ago and beyond. That's not going to work. So that's what I got to say, man. BDF 44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.